Hey, it's the movie guy. CinemaCon 2025. Amazon and MGM conference.
What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. Okay, this is going to be two parts because there's something that was announced at the Amazon and MGM at CinemaCon conference that I want to talk about in a separate video. So, Amazon and MGM, this is the first time at CinemaCon. I got my notes, so if I look down, I'm like reading my notes and stuff. So, this is the first time they're being at CinemaCon, and I guess the podcasters that I do watch on YouTube said they started off with a banger. They talked about the first thing they talked about was a movie that's coming out in March of 2026 called Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling. And I guess it's a very popular book. And I have never read the book, but they got to see like a 6 to 8 minute trailer or scene, and it's directed by Lauren Miller, and I think it's the same people who did The Martian. So basically, Ryan Gosling, and I'm not 100% sure, he's like an ex astronaut, and something's going on with the sun. So NASA or the FBI go to Ryan Gosling, he's a teacher, and saying, "Hey, we need you to go up to space and try to figure out like what's going on with the sun." So they show, I guess, Ryan Gosling how he's clean shaving and stuff and everything, and then he goes up in the spaceship and he's got this long beard and hair everywhere, and there's like one point where he looks out of the window and there's a alien ship, and I guess apparently in the book that not only us, Ryan Gosling is trying to figure out what's going on with the sun, but the aliens are wondering the same thing. They're trying to figure it out too. So the podcasters that were covering CinemaCon saying that this is a shoe in for movie of the year at the 2027 Academy Awards, and I'm like, what? I was like, I guess they read the books and stuff, and I was like, you could, I don't know. They're saying that yeah, this movie is going to be. This is definitely going to win. I was like, I can't wait to see the trailer for Project Hail Mary. It sounds fantastic. So, and I love Ryan Gosling. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But they were also saying like I also agree. I feel like movies early on that comes out in a year usually not all the time get kind of forgotten when they start nominating movies for the Oscars. So I hope that this movie does not get left out if the movie is going to be that awesome like they're saying. So the next movie they were talking about was a movie called, I think it's called Variety, and it has Josh Hartnett, it's got Dakota Johnson, and it's got Anne Hathaway. And I believe Josh Hartnett is married to Anne Hathaway, and Anne Hathaway is a writer. And something happens where she becomes disabled in a wheelchair, and she can't finish the last chapter or the ending of the book. So Josh Hartnett goes and gets Dakota Johnson to finish the book, and apparently all these weird things start happening. And I don't think it's a horror movie, but I think it's a suspense thriller. But just hearing about this movie, the synopsis, I'm like, okay, this sounds really interesting, and it's on my radar. So I can't wait to see a trailer for this. The next movie is a movie called Mercy with Chris Pratt, and it's a sci-fi movie. They're comparing it to Minority Report. I haven't seen Minority Report since I rented it at Blockbuster, and I remember not liking it, but maybe I need to do a rewatch. So apparently the justice system is run by AI, and Chris Pratt is charged with like murdering his wife or something, and so he has to present his case to the justice system that is AI, and he has like 90 minutes um to state his case, and he has to stay under 92%. If it goes over 92%, like after the 90 minutes, then he is convicted. So it sounds weird, it sounds interesting, so we'll see what the trailer looks like. The next movie is a movie called Crime 101, and it has Holly Berry, Chris Hemsworth, Barry Keoghan, and Mark Ruffalo. And a lot of people were saying it's kind of like Crash because it's in the perspective of each actor. and it takes place in LA on the 101 freeway, and Chris Hemsworth plays a burglar, and it's something to do with a suitcase full of gems and jewels and stuff and everything. So I saw Crash long time ago, and I can't remember if I liked it or not. I don't think I did, but this has got a really great cast, and if the trailer's really good, I'm definitely going to be checking out this movie. Okay, the next movie they talked about was a movie called Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother, which stars Mahershala Ali as a hitman. But apparently, they just talked a little bit about what the movie is about. And Mahershala Ali was at CinemaCon the other day talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, but he flew out of Las Vegas and he's already on set, which I think it's London. I think they're filming this in London. And he apologized to everybody at CinemaCon, said, hey, after me talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, I had to hop on a plane and I'm just started shooting Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. But Mahershala Ali as a hitman, ooh, that could be very interesting. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about for part one of the Amazon and MGM conference video is The Accountant 2. I just saw the trailer again on, I think it was on The Woman in the Yard. And John Berthel came out and Ben Affleck, and I guess they were joking around and stuff. And it was really a cool, like, little moment at CinemaCon. So they got to see a really long scene. Something, all they said was something to do with line dancing. So I'm getting really hype. And they were talking about, like, I think a few people said they weren't really big on The Accountant. And I don't remember that movie making a lot of money. I think I enjoyed it. When I get paid next week, I'm going to go to the used video store. I've made a list of used movies I'm definitely looking for. So I'm definitely going to try to pick up The Accountant because I thought Ben Affleck was great. The one thing I remember about the first Accountant, I don't remember who the actress is and it was in the first movie, but when he pulls out the drawer and he's just got stacks and stacks and stacks of the first Superman comic, and he's like, yeah, this is my retirement. I'm like, can I have one of them? I remember kind of like saying that too loud in the movie theater. I'm like, hey Ben, can I have one of those Superman comics? But yeah, I like Count 2 is coming out in the next like 2 weeks, and I am super excited. Like, I love Ben Affleck, and I love that John Berthel is playing his brother, and that they're both back. Like, John Berthel's coming back, so yeah, I'm super stoked for The Accountant 2. I think it's gonna be a fantastic movie. So anyway, that's the end of part one of the Amazon and MGM CinemaCon conference. I'm gonna do a quick part two because what I need to talk about needs to be its own video.